Alright, so hey guys, and today I'm going to be bringing you something that's a little bit different for my channel, and it's a gaming one, and the game's Guild Wars, and it's a tutorial for playing T3 on your Elementalist in the Underworld, and yeah, so basically what you want to go and do is run over this bridge and come over and stand where I am now. My terror was trying to horse too fast and yeah, messed that up. But just basically run with your T4. If you're not too sure who that is, ask him in your team. Run with your T4 through mountains. Keep Mantra of Earth and Stone Striker up. If you come across any casters, Obsidian Flesh, and depending on where you run through, Stone Flesh shouldn't be a problem. You won't take that much damage. But once you are in plains, you're gonna run through and go towards the monument. And you're going to just wait for your energy if you do need some energy, like I did here a little bit, and then run into the monument and Mind Blades are going to spawn. What you want to do with your Mind Blades is always make sure that you cast Mantra of Resolve before any of your skill casts, and then when you finish casting your skills, get straight on Mantra of Earth, and that way you can always be sure that Mantra of Resolve will be recharged by the time you're going to go and cast again, and it'll also make sure you don't get interrupted and you won't die. So now, here I actually made a little bit of a cock up, but because I put a Mind Blade in the ball, but it actually kind of worked out in the fact that these two Mind Blades then came up to the wall and I could just kill them, and then I could pull the other Mind Blade out of the ball. But yeah, it's the same deal. Just keep covering all your enchantments with Mantra of Resolve, and you need to cast, and then straight back onto Mantra of Earth. After also, when you've only got the one Mind Blade left, if you target it, as soon as you see that it's used Leech Signet, then you shouldn't have a problem actually going back onto Mantra of Earth straight away, or you can use an extra skill depending on what you've got. It could be Honor, it could be Glyph Restoration like I'm using here, or it could be well, actually Wastrel doesn't work so well, so I would just use Mantra of Resolve in that situation. But the whole idea is to just cover your enchantments while Mind Blades are around, and now you're pretty much finished with Mind Blades for the run, until we're ready to glitch. So what we can do now is we go across, we kill our Wailing Lords, and we kill the skeletons that are patrolling through. Don't use Glyph Restoration straight away. Use Glyph Restoration after the skeletons bone spiked you, and then used its skills at least once. And then your skills should be good on the recharge, and you're not going to be wasting those heals that you've got from Glyph Restoration, and you shouldn't actually die. So once you've killed the skeletons, you're going to be killing off the Driders until you've got one Terror Drider left, and you're going to kill the Dream Riders straight off. You don't want to kill the ones on either side, or on pits or pool side. You want to kill the ones that were in there from the centre to begin with, and the ones that will follow you. So once you've killed off them, give yourself one Drider, and then we're going to get ready to actually glitch our Mind Blades into the glitch spot, and then that is pretty much our job done until we get to 4H. But I'm going to give you a few tips now on if your energy does actually get low, because I've still got time to talk before we glitch. If you do find yourself with low energy, then firstly, don't cast any unnecessary skills. Like, you know, now I don't really need Stone Flesh. I'm casting it because I've got the energy. But the only thing that's actually going to hit me for damage is that Dream Rider. So if I'm using Sliver, most of that damage is going to get blocked, and then it's going to get you know, the regen from the concert is going to make sure that I do actually survive and I'm not going to die just from one Dream Rider hitting me anyway. Also, if you do find yourself on really low energy, don't cast Sliver every time. What I mean by that is on every cycle of cast that you're going to do. because Sliver actually blocks incoming attacks, which will stop your energy coming through. And so if you're blocking maybe 80%, 70 or 80%, I can't remember which, of incoming attacks, then you're going to be losing, in effect, that much energy coming in. And if you've got only 2 or 3 things hitting you, then that's going to be a real problem. So now you can see I've come to the glitch, and I ran across to the side and didn't aggro my Mind Blades from the start. That's really important, because you need to let the aggro of the Mind Blades settle in the center, otherwise they'll just run away before you can even try and glitch. If your Drider does run away, then just come off and go ahead and pick him up. And my Drider was in the ball with the Mind Blades, and I didn't want that, so I sprinted forward away from them, and then I was able to drag my Terror Drider to the back of the ball, so I could just target him with Sliver. Once I've killed him, obviously the Reaper will pop, so now it's pretty important that we don't die, otherwise we can definitely fail the run. I suicide glitch personally when I'm not going to be helping the T4 in duos or anything, so you just drag them out to the center where I was there, and then you can go ahead and die, and the Mind Blades will stay glitched. Now we're on to 4H. You can see here that I had some problems with the glitch charge blackness, but that wasn't too much. On 4H, I'm actually going to show you how to kill the skellies, because I've got Glyph Restoration on the bar, and I would recommend using that if you do want to kill skellies. So what you do is you wait for the spawns, and then drag them across like I've done here, and you want to kill off your White Riders first, and if you are using an Earth Staff, then you're more than likely going to get a half Sliver recharge. As you can see here, I was going to lose my skellies, so I take on both at the same time, but normally you would just take them one at a time, as I was going to originally, and you're not going to have such a rough time. But Glyph Restoration can definitely take the damage and keep you alive. So once you've killed off your skellies, just go ahead and kill off your bosses, and then that's pretty much, as a T3, your job done. Although quite often now I'll find myself center tanking in pits if I'm on my Elementalist, because it's a lot easier for an Elementalist to do it than it is for an Assassin. Purely because you can keep up those heals, or if you do get an iffy spawn and you're on a different bar, you'll probably have Wastrels in that slot. Pardon me. So you can just get into the safe spot and you can still kill off all the aggro in center. So when you are getting ready to center tank in pits, there's a few tricks that you do really want to learn, and the first one to that is, if you get a skelly on your first spawn, don't use Sliver straight away. A lot of people tend to panic and just spam Sliver, and that's the problem. That's why they die, because when it comes to even their second, if they get a skeleton on the second spawn, they're not even going to be able to kill that, because Sliver won't last unless you get the half recharge. So you really do need to be patient with it and wait. I know here I do actually use Sliver straight off. That's because I've got Glyph Restoration and I can afford to. But normally, if you do get a skelly, you do want to wait a little bit on Sliver till your second spawn at least comes. Maybe just a little bit before if you're worried about your HP, and then you will have no problems actually center tanking. But if you do, if you are a little bit worried about it, then, you know, just get into the safe spot if you don't think it's going to happen. And the safe spot is, unfortunately I don't show it you in this one, but I may well do in my next video on T4. The safe spot is a little spot across the wall to the north of me now, I think it is, and there will be a indentation in the wall that you can go and hide yourself in, and the skeletons won't be able to hit you, and you're not going to die, pretty much, so long as you remember to keep Stoneflesh Aura up. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Any equipment and pecons and the build code will be in the description for you to take a look at, and please do ask me any questions if there's anything you want to ask, or if there's anything you're unclear of. But thanks for watching, and I hope this was useful, guys.